Eric's Epic Adventure.
Greetings, NAESP. We are with Mrs. Kimbrelle Lewis, principal of Cordova Elementary. And Kimbrelle, would you be willing to share with us a inspirational story where a child touched your life and made you a better person?
Definitely. So I've worked at Cordova for 5 years as the principal, and 5 years ago I met a very special student. She brightened my day every time she came across as I was crossing students in the morning for arrival. Always had a beautiful bow in her hair, and her mom walked her over. We just had a connection. She started at Cordova in first grade, and in my previous teaching life I had been a first grade teacher, so we made a quick connection. 2 years ago, her mom contacted us to let us know that she had been involved in a very, very serious car accident. She had been a passenger in a vehicle where a family member was driving. They were hit by an 18-wheeler. She was not in a seatbelt and she was ejected. She was in serious condition and in ICU for a very, very long time. I went to see her. When she was in ICU, she was not conscious. She was in a cast in most of her body. She had to have brain surgery. She had very large lacerations to her eye, and she's now permanently legally blind. And when I walked in the room, it was one of the hardest things I've ever seen, to see one of my students in such serious condition. But the magnificent thing about that day was I could see and feel her family's prayers and how their faith and their belief was willing her to be better. So she ended up having to actually go to Atlanta for specialized treatment and rehab. And to make this story that is a bit long, but just to give you the very wonderful end story, Jade had to be homeschooled, but she is now able to come to the school 3 days a week for her to be with her peers. She is able to read with her class. I was with her class today. She has a special device that magnifies everything for her. You would hardly know that she had been in such serious condition. She is able to every day walk in here with a smile. She greets me. She always compliments me, which I love. She compliments everybody. She gives me this bright hug. And she never, ever sees a bad side to what happened to her, and neither does her family. They have served as such an inspiration. And to see other students greet her, we went in the classroom today. Today was a special day. It wasn't her normal day to be here, but because we have special guests in the building, we wanted her to come. And so just to see how the class just embraces her, and they're so happy to see her when she comes. They help her with her special reading device that magnifies the text, and I was getting to read with her. She can read her text now, so she's able to engage fully with what her class is doing. She missed basically 1 full year of school in recovery, but she came right back to us, and she inspires us every day that she's here. So it really gave me perspective about how, as a principal, I don't just impact my students, but they impact me, and they change my life. And I am hopefully better for being able to say that I know her and her family. And so that's how a student has truly changed my life.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for letting me.